Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Since we can't travel, a bunch of us decided to make a video call and talk about all things travel. So grab some popcorn and join the chat. Also, feel free to let us know your answers in the comment section.
It's See, only the racist people are laughing. Okay.
What is the agenda? What do we need to do? I have my camera set up on two sides.
So we'll just ask questions to everyone and we'll share our experiences.
Acha, are we talking English or Bangla or Banglish?
Banglish.
Banglish. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I am Basu. I am Arijit. So you can call me as Basu.
আমি মনস্মিতা
আমি কল্লোল।
You both are from Netaji. Me and Ten both are from IAM.
We are friends after college more than we were in college. That's how I know Payel because Payel and Basu are friends.
Oh,
Okay.
Very good introductions, everybody.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
to pick a question. Question number 1. What's the thing you love the most about traveling?
Well, the first thing is it takes us away from our everyday world. So it breaks the boredom of daily life. That's one thing. Second, we love exploring. I think we don't even eat the same food every day at home. So when I travel, I get to eat new things. I get to see new things. So travel gives us the scope of experimenting and discovering a lot of new things. That's why we travel.
For me, is like freedom. Like my one word, if I describe it by, it would be like meditative. So whenever I'm on traveling, it does wonders for me, for my mental health, for my personality, for my life, everything. So I feel that to be very meditative for me. Dubai is the longest so far right now. It's been 3 years and this is the longest I have based anywhere in the last 8 years or 9 years. So I like doing that. I like going to different places and just going far away and just being on my own. It's very calming for me.
The thing I love the most about traveling is the experience. For example, Northern Lights. You see in movies, you read about it, but when you actually experience it, that's surreal. It's inexplicable. So I think these little surprises I love the most about traveling.
The only time I don't feel miserable is when I travel, even if I get into travel. Okay. Analyze this long back. Even as a little kid, I used to travel a lot with my grandma and all. So then I noticed, even if you spend every day with your friends in school, studying, whatever you do, even if those are good times, in the end of the year, you only remember the days you were traveling. It's very rewarding.
Yeah, I think travels are our indexes in our databases, right?
Let's move on to the next question then. Most favorite place?
My favorite place was there was a bench just beside of the Lucerne Lake in Switzerland. It was so calm. You can see the snow-capped mountains there, the beautiful lake, the small city, and it's so gorgeous and beautiful. And at that point of time, it was just evening and no one was around. So it was magical for me, and that still is the best place for me.
Yeah, my favorite is Cancun. I love the infinity pool. I love the mango tango. And sipping on the mango tango, you could just stare right at the Caribbean. It was just out of the world. I just love it. It was an all-inclusive resort. I think the holiday also matters, right? You could just order any food right there in the middle of the pool. Have that while dipping yourself in the pool. That was an amazing experience. Yeah, I just love that, and I wish to go back to.
I think mine is London. I think that's because that was the first place I went to alone. So I moved out of the country and I was living in Brighton. Almost every weekend I would just go there and walk around the city. It's the first love. So yeah, if I was in Money Heist, yeah, London, hi.
I like all those tiny villages in Italy and Spain. I love everything about Spain. The beaches, the sunset.
No,
And Iceland also, we went in March and I can't wait to go back again. So I love Iceland. And in Norway especially, I think Lofoten was something else. I think very raw and very adventurous. So I love these places. I can't choose one.
for me it would be Svalbard, of course. Only that was the place I was kind of scared to go alone. Kind of the edge of the world, if you say so. It's 700, 800 kilometers south of North Pole. So I just reached there and In the night, it was bright sunlight, and I was living in a husky yard. That feeling is entirely else.
I thought your answer would be Barcelona because you were in the Catalan Revolution.
Yeah, the story was like I went to Barcelona to watch football match. That day was the Catalan independence voting election day. Police started chasing people, beating with rubber bullet and all. So in between that, the match got cancelled for viewers. I got pickpocketed, got chased by police. Then some Indians gave me 10 euros to come back. Not 20 euros. Seeing my bhola face.
Sure, great.
So he should be like the series of unfortunate events version.
And Baso is in a car means that car is going to skid off at some point. Okay, next question. Most favorite place in India?
I'll say the cliched answer, Goa.
Might not be the most beautiful place in India, but it's a small town in called Mankim. Did I just say your answer?
No, I was quite close to that, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's Mankim where you actually have, I would say, a 180-degree view of the Kanchenjunga. You have to wake up really early. From Sandaku, you see Kanchenjunga. It's a very nice view too. But Mankim is like on the base. So you look up to see Kanchenjunga. It's majestic over there.
For me, there is again a small town in northern side of India. It's called Lachinchu. The river is called Lachinchu. The city is called Lachin. The local people, the hot warm Maggie. It was raining, so suddenly they asked us that if you want something, we said yeah, whatever you can. But we are definitely not expecting onion pakoras or piyaji specifically.
My favorite place would be Himachal. And we went to Kasol and Tosh. Like we went to a few other places also, but these two places were my favorite. Kasol was because it's laid back nature that you just can go to any cafe and just chill. Tosh because it was beautiful. When we reached, it was almost sunset and there was nobody around, and it was a very nice, quiet place. And we had ginger tea.
My favorite place would be, of course, Ladakh. The reason was that I had a very good group of bikers. That time, Srinagar was less travel. We got very good hospitality over there. So, yeah, Kashmir and Ladakh region, I'll have to say.
So next question is next destination after lockdown.
I think the best would be if I just go to New Zealand. It seems to be pretty doing okay in this situation.
It is actually.
No reported case.
Yeah, I already planned place called Flam. So it's a kind of a village down the valley. So what I'll do, I'll go to the last stop to this village, and then we'll come downhill for 20 kilometer or 18 kilometer.
I think initially we won't be able to go outside UK, so I'd like to go to Guernsey because I'm craving beach. So probably I'll go there. Most underrated travel destination that you have been to?
I think Salalah for me in Oman. So everybody thinks of Middle East and they think desert, but Salalah is like an oasis in the center of it all, and it just has like lush green mountains and camels running on lush green mountains, which I have never seen in my life in any movie, any postcard or any stories. Drive from Dubai to Salalah is like a 10-hour drive through barren lands. Then you enter like a really rocky region, and then it's suddenly green, and it's raining, and it's humid, and there are camels running on pastured lands. What the heck? Where are we? People should check out this place if they are in Middle East.
Apart from any of the iconic places in India, I think every other place is like very underrated. Darjeeling is not a like international destination.
Yeah, actually that's what going through my mind.
Or even like the historical places in Purulia or Bakura or Vishnupur, the temples there. I think those are very pretty, but we don't talk about them at all.
What would be Payel's choice?
Tallinn. It's a popular destination, but most of I think Indians don't know. Most of my friends didn't have any idea about Tallinn or Estonia as a country.
Tallinn was there in my list. Also, I think this place, Saxony. That was the place where Narnia was shot. And also North Bengal is always there in my list.
Favorite country for food?
Kolkata.
Kolkata.
Yeah.
Except India.
Yes,
You
than
can't choose home.
Hawaiian food, right?
Yeah,
Or you like Japanese food more?
Japanese. Yes, actually, Japanese food in Hawaii.
I think Italy.
Italy.
What?
Italy
Italy.
is just so good. I cannot stop eating there.
See, I love Italian food, but if I have to choose one dish from Europe, it's paella. On this related topic, what is the weirdest food you all ever had?
I had a biryani which had a supari in it.
For me, it would be reindeer stew or whale steak. You get it in north of Norway.
Favorite beach and mountain destinations.
Beach is Caribbeans. Mountain, Himalayas.
Favorite beach will be Spanish beaches, but the islands like Ibiza, Mallorca, and favorite mountain destination I think will be Iceland. Iceland in winter.
Ooh.
Favorite beach for me would be, I would say Bali.
Yes.
Because it's just so laid back. They just do not care about anything in the world, and they're just there to cater to tourism and just they live the best version of the life they can. And mountain would be Switzerland for me. Only because of the trains. I think Zurich is one of the biggest stations there, right? So they have these really amazing chocolate shops. So you just pick up your chocolate, get on a train, look at the mountains, and just eat it. I mean, that's like a perfect day for me. Yeah.
For beach destination, my favorite would be Algarve, Portugal. And mountain, it's tough to choose. I have been to so many mountains are my favorite, but of course I have to keep Himalaya and Karakoram on the top.
Next, scariest travel experience.
Basu, all yours.
I was once hanging by the cliff in Zozila Pass. Like I tried to overtake a lorry and my luggage at back of my bike got stuck in the wheel.
Oh,
Before I know it, I just hanging by that and some lorry pulled my bike from the behind.
So this was when we were coming back from Mammoth Lake to San Jose back home. And then it was getting late. It wasn't evening yet. We looked up Google Maps. It showed us there was one normal longer route. And there was another shorter route that was like supposed to save you another hour's drive. And we were happy about it. The moment it was dark, we realized we were at around 10,000 feet high. It was a very narrow road and there was snow. It was totally blind dark. There was nothing, no cars. We were in the middle of two mountain passes. And then on top of that, our gas was almost over and there was nothing. Like in the whole road, there was nothing.
for me, it would be on our way back from Gurudangmar to Darjeeling. There was zero visibility because of already clouds, fogs, and all. And suddenly, the driver did this steering, and the car stopped. We don't know what happened.
It's like he stopped the car at the right moment because he couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
Even like as far as the bonnet of the car, like to the light, we couldn't even see till that far. Okay, and he had stopped right at the exact moment because there was not even an inch of road left. It was clear.
Yeah.
I think when I got pickpocketed in Rome, there were police standing right outside the bus stand, and that area was very notorious. So I was in their police van. They just took me from one police station to the other. For once, I was finding it very funny, and I was thinking, should I just record everything, the whole experience? And then I realized, oh, I don't have a phone. How will I record? Next is funniest experience.
The funniest story in my life is because of Basu. Remember our Rishikesh trip?
Mm-hmm.
We went to actually Haridwar for a friend's wedding. And from there, we thought we'll take a small detour. We'll go to Rishikesh. We'll go to the river rafting and the bungee jumping. So on the riverbed, me and two of my other friends who had already gone before me, we are just lying down, like literally lying down and looking up at the sky where Basu is going to fall. So Basu jumps. And then Basu comes down and there's another something coming down along with him. We are looking up and there's a guy walking, right? And then something just like drops like whoosh beside him. And he's like, what the? And he looks up and he looks down and we look at him and like, Bhaiya, juta. And he's looking at us like it's already on the floor. Like he could have died from the impact. Basu comes down and asks this guy, bro, have you seen my shoe?
So we were snorkeling in the Caribbean. Okay, they make you sit on a boat, and the boat goes like 45 minutes into the ocean. Okay, and he jumps and he doesn't leave the boat to the extent that the boat is like now tilted on the like he could have drowned the boat, and the guy who was like taking us, he came and like forcefully made Kalwal leave. He was so scared, so panicked. Okay, and he's like, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, and like he'll not leave the tube. He's like holding tightly onto the tube and like trying to float. I'm like, you're already floating. You don't need all this. He's like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die right in the middle of the ocean.
We were supposed to go to Ibiza. We eventually did, but the flight was at I think 7:35 p.m. We were in a very Ibiza state of mind that we'll go, we'll party, we'll chill. And so from airport directly we were supposed to go to this club. So we were all dressed up accordingly and we went to airport like that. And we couldn't find our flight details anywhere. And after some time we realized that it was not 7:35, it was 17:35, and we reached the airport at 6. So yeah, finally we booked the next flight, which was the next morning. We changed to pajamas and we were in the airport like that. So we went to Heathrow in our night suits, and then next day morning we changed to swimsuits and we boarded the flight in our swimsuits. And after that, I've become this person who checks airport 10 times, the time, date, everything. Okay.
It happened to me in Faro also. You know, into the counter. Why the bus is late? The bus is not late. You are late. You are one day.
Best experience. But for me, it's Northern Lights. And this excitement is same all the time. And also watching Messi play in Camp Nou was also a different one, but yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, one of this was my first time I was experiencing snowfall. When it started, it was like I started dancing around, like literally doing all those slow-mo videos and all of those stuff. We did that. And then eventually we realized like the snow made all the roads slippery and the roads were blocked and everything. So yeah, there were consequences, but I was happy, very happy during that moment when it started snowing. And that was my first real snowfall.
The best experience is also in Yosemite, but not the snow ones. We were at the glacier point. It was one of the top point of that national park.
Yeah, it was the Sierra Nevada mountain.
Yeah.
And we could see Jupiter, its moons, the Milky Way. We could see a kettle shape that says how to how to know which is the Milky Way.
Exactly.
We could see a satellite, an Earth satellite. Remember, that's the first time I saw an Earth satellite, like that travels from east to west. So that's not a star, that's a satellite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, Andaman Nicobar Islands diving. So that was my first dive ever in my life. My mom was doing it with me, so she and I dove for the first time together. The whole concept of gravity and friction and land and earth and sky and everything is morphed. It's silence. It's very silent and it's really nice. I think that was probably top my best experience.
Solo traveling. Have you traveled solo? If yes, share your experience.
I'm very new to solo travel. I just started year and a half back, I think. Yeah. So Georgia, it was solo travel, yes, but I had like booked it to the dot, like everything. Like at this point, I meet a driver and I go there. That's the hotel I check in, and I splurged on that trip because I was scared of traveling solo. So I ensured like I stay at really nice places. The hotel I stayed in, the room faced the mountain range. Like I woke up like at 3 or 4 in the morning, and I was like waiting for sunrise. So I just couldn't sleep because I was so excited. And I had like a complete photo shoot throughout the day of that range, and it snowed. The mountain view came up. The sunrise happened. I stayed on the snow out there. Had a nice glass of wine out in the snow, looking at the mountain. Did everything I could possibly just do on my own.
Yeah, once you get the taste of it, it really catches on.
Yeah.
Well, I did a lot of solo traveling, I think, in the last of 3-4 years. And yeah, first, like, I don't usually like the idea of solo traveling before I go. Like, before I go, I don't feel as excited. But once I am on the flight and I am landing there, then I love every bit of it. Like, you can plan for yourself. You don't have to depend on others, their timing, their food habit or whatever.
I have had not many because we usually travel always together. Yeah, Seattle was one day when I planned it out all and had a coffee for myself from the oldest Starbucks. The next day, actually, Kanwal reached Seattle, and then we did the same trip over again. And I actually felt more fun when I was doing it with him because there was somebody to share it. Like Seattle is famous for coffee, so the coffee that I was holding on to and sharing that with somebody, it was better, I would say. I like it when I travel with him, and it's almost like a solo travel for us because it's just us.
It's very liberating. I love solo travels. I think I try to do at least once every year. Last year, actually, there are so many solo travels. I like to treat myself with some nice hotels and apartments when I travel solo. There was one experience last year in Munich, and since I was alone, I didn't have a single table, so I had to share with them. So it was really fun meeting locals. We were taking photos. They had their digicams, and I also recorded some videos. We were dancing. Like, it was fun dancing with old uncles.
That's the, I think, fun part of
was
solo
really
travel. Even when you are solo traveling, you are not actually traveling solo. You are always meeting new people.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, favorite travel companion.
I like traveling with Basu. It's a lot of fun because he absolutely researches everything about food over there. I have a few friends in India. Sometimes it's not the place but the company which makes that place really fun. And my group of friends in Dubai, so we went on road trips with them. I go to the desert with them or road trips around with them. So super, super fun, guys.
Payel's group I go with for last 3 years, I think. Me and Tan did some trips in India also. Italy trip we did last year, which was super fun. The group that I have in India, that they are also like I used to travel everywhere with them in India.
I love traveling with my mom. She is very easy. She is very chill. So I love taking her around. And then, of course, Harmeet. We are a good team. And then Basu, and then I had few friends in India also, like who I used to travel in 2015. What's top on your bucket list?
Iceland.
Africa.
Africa, Morocco, and Tunisia.
US, Svalbard, Faroe Islands, Cuba, and Antarctica.
You know what, guys? We should plan a trip together. All of
If we are talking about bucket, then I think Vegas also.
I think we are towards the end. What have you learned from traveling?
Oh my god, that's so philosophical. Be very careful not to speak to random people. And I've also learned to Google restaurants and look at the 1-star reviews first before looking at the 5-star reviews.
Yes.
And I've also learned not to trust Google Maps for all the roads and shortcuts.
I think for me, what I've learned is things don't go as planned all the time, so have a plan B ready.
I've learned to travel light, so I try to most of the places. Vasu is laughing because he knows about my problem with luggage. Like I really travel heavy or have a lot of bags that he had to carry for me once upon our life.
In one trip, I learned to keep wallet in pocket, keep checking, keep passport in a hidden compartment in a plastic wrapped cover so that it doesn't get wet. I think the most important thing we all learn from traveling is like you're not alone in the world. It's not about you. Like whenever we go out somewhere, even if it's Himalayas, it humbles you. It makes you feel a part of a bigger world.
Last question. Your idea of a perfect vacation.
Beaches, blue water,
Endless food, endless mango tango, and nice weather. And infinity pool.
Huge mountain in the backdrop, calm lake, infinite access to chocolates, and good food. Yeah.
Village by the river in the mountain, where you get local food from the village. India, of course, I'm saying. I actually enjoy when there is no mobile network or anything.
Mine would be mountains, like really nice snowy mountains, and my friends, and a lot of alcohol and a lot of food, and not like a very rushed plan. It needs to be a very relaxed plan. Like it shouldn't be like tomorrow I need to do this, 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 this. Not something like that, but just go away like to the farthest mountain you can find to a nice villa on the mountain. Has to be a nice stay.
For me, it will be in the mountains, a nice wooden cabin, preferably around Christmas. So we would have a small Christmas tree inside, we'll have fireplace, and it will all be decorated with fairy lights, and it should snow outside. We should be in the middle of nowhere. It should have very nice view. We should all friends be together. And there should be an old town nearby, so you can go, you can sit in a cafe and have mulled wine as it snows outside. And that's it. My questions are done.
And that the last question again made me start missing traveling.
But I just realized, like, all of you are mountain person, except me. I'm a beach person.
Yeah.
Cool. I think it was great talking to you guys, but I really have to leave. 2 reasons: my phone's battery is dying. The second is it's 2:18 and we haven't cooked lunch. And we are super hungry.
It's
Yeah.
1:19 a.m. over here. I need to sleep. My work starts tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Bye bye, guys.
Phone
Bye.
is shutting down.
It was so good. Bye.